guys. Okay, so this is a what's in my bag video. And it's not just any what's in my bag video, it's a how to prepare for Mud Hero what's in my bag. So this is exactly what I brought with me on the day of the race, and for the most part I found everything very useful, and I'll explain as I go along. Okay, so first things first, I actually don't have it in this bag currently, but what I needed to bring was a pair of running shoes. Yes, you absolutely need a pair of those to be able to complete the race. And if you have an old pair on hand that you're willing to part with, fantastic, use those. If you don't, then I recommend you go purchase a pair that's not very expensive. I went to visit a few outlet stores and I ended up picking up a pair at Skechers for, I think it was around $50 or so, and the shoes were excellent. I didn't even have to break them in. I just wore them on the day of, completed the race, and discarded them afterwards because honestly, there is no way. I could not recover them. They were just filthy. They absorbed the mud. There was nothing for me to do. So it was, I knew what I was getting into, and it is what it is. So don't spend too much on a pair of shoes, but again, don't spend too little where you'll be uncomfortable during the race. So again, Skechers was a great place, and it was about $50 for the pair of shoes. So those were perfect. So you need one of those. Also, you need a second pair of shoes for after the race, because once you're done, you're probably going to want to bring your running shoes back home, the dirty ones, in a bag. And you're going to need a new pair to wear. So make sure to bring like flip-flops or flats, anything that's comfortable that you'd want to wear after the race. So just make sure to have two pairs. Yeah, the running shoes for the race and then the post-race shoes. Okay, so aside from that, you're going to need clothing, obviously, to go run. That should be your plan. I just highly recommend it. So you can be really creative, or you can be really practical. I decided to go with practical this time. And okay, so I read a million times online that you should not wear cotton. Yep, I certainly agree now. I wore a cotton tank top. So, I mean, I don't feel too bad in the sense that it was just an old tank top, and it was dark because if there's mud, I didn't want to stain the shirt. So it worked out for most of the race, but around like 3/4 of it, it started acting up oddly. It was really loose and bubbly and wet. It was just so uncomfortable. I ended up taking it off at the end because it was just not very comfortable. Okay, so aside from a top, so something like this works, especially if it's spandex or some kind of light fabric. I would definitely recommend that. Cotton worked, but it's not the best fabric. So any light shirt will do for the race. If you're a girl, you're going to want a sports bra, and buying like an inexpensive dark sports bra is a really good idea. That's my French coming out. Okay, anyways, I tend to have accents sometimes, and I don't even know where they come from. It's just, I guess, I don't know. It just happens. Okay, so the sports bra I got, like I said, it's just something light, inexpensive. I got it at Ardennes, and so even if I destroyed it, it didn't bother me. But it survived the wash. Like, I washed it as soon as I got home, and it looks brand new. So I'll be able to reuse it for another race. At the same store, I also picked up a pair of shorts. Honestly, shorts were wonderful. I mean, you may bruise on your legs. Like, the next day I had a bunch of bruises on my leg, but I don't think that would have been preventable even with longer pants. So wear whatever you're comfortable with. You can wear longer pants like leggings, or you can just wear shorts. These shorts were amazing because one, they were really comfortable, but two, the fabric is just so light, so it felt like it wasn't hindering or bothering my run at all, and the mud wasn't clinging to it, so I was so happy about that. And a lot of people complain about the fact that they feel like they're losing their pants during the race, and I didn't feel like that at all during any of it. So thankfully, these are wonderful. Okay, so something like that is a really good idea to wear. And then underwear, but keep in mind again that you may need to wash them a few times afterward or just get rid of them. Okay, so aside from that, you're gonna want to bring, okay, well, to register for the race, you need your wallet, and by that I mean your ID and cash. You don't need to bring your credit cards, but I brought everything with me. Not the safest plan, though, I have to admit, because your bag will be in a locker area, and I mean, it's not that safe, I think. So if you can just bring your ID and your and a bit of cash for the barbecue afterwards, you'll be good to go. Okay, what else? You will also need your keys. Yeah, keys are good to have on hand. Okay, so, all right. So for the race, for after the race, you're gonna wanna wash yourself. And so make sure to bring a towel. I brought a really, really dark towel, and I'm really glad I did, because even though you may think you took off all the mud during the shower, odds are when you're changing into your clean clothes, you will find all kinds of mud everywhere. It just, every time I looked, I found more chunks of mud somewhere on me, and I just didn't understand how I had missed it, but it happened. Even when you get home for your second and third shower, you may still find some hints of mud on your body. So having a dark towel or an old towel that you don't care much for is a good idea to have. But you're definitely going to want a towel to dry off. Okay. Oh, there it was. You also want to bring your phone. Don't forget that. I mean, who leaves their house without their phone these days? Okay, and also to put your clean, dirty clothes in, bring a few bags, because they had many bags on hand there. They were handing them out to everyone, but just in case you need more or they run out or any reason, it's good to have extras, and they're very light. You can fit them anywhere in your bag, so it's just a good idea to be safe to have a few extra bags. Okay, so post-race clothes. So I recommend you bring a pair of shorts or jeans, depending on the weather. I just brought they were just shorts, and I wore those, which was great. But in terms of tops, I recommend you bring more than one, because you never know how you're going to feel after the race. At first, I was really warm from running, and I didn't feel that I needed something very warm on me. But actually, I guess maybe after showering, I started getting really cold because the sun kind of went away. So I was really glad I had two tops. So, something light like this is a good idea. So just a little summer tank. I had one of those. Well, to be honest, I actually had 3 tops, just because I like to have options. But it's not necessary. I do recommend 2 at least, though. So 1 short sleeve and then 1 long sleeve that's a bit thicker. Something like this, and that's light. So you won't be cold. And actually, I brought a bikini top and bottom to wear underneath my clean clothes, and I'm really glad I did, because you're still kind of wet, still kind of muddy, so I felt very comfortable wearing something like this. So that's another thing. Okay. Just a fun fact. You will get a Mud Hero t-shirt you can use it for the race or after the race, or like me, you can use it to paint your house this summer. So that's also something that you can wear after the race if ever you don't want to wear your own clothes. Okay, for the shower area. So I was told by a few individuals that to bring toiletries. Deodorant, shampoo, hair products, perfume, just little items like this. I only ended up using the deodorant. I didn't bother using shampoo or anything because the showers are outside and they were so filled with people. I just didn't find it was necessarily the best place to use these. I mean, you absolutely can, there'd be no problem, but it was just too crowded and busy, so I didn't end up using them. What else? Oh yes, okay, another really important thing, I'm so glad I brought this, disinfectant. Okay, so they have porta potties there, and they also have like sinks where you can wash your hands, but most of them unfortunately ran out of water. So people were going in, like soaking their hands with soap, you know, lathering their hands, and then they try to rinse it off and voila, no water. So it's not exactly the most sanitary thing in the world. So if you can, bring some disinfectant and you won't even be worried if they run out of water because you know you can disinfect your hands. So there, I thought that was good. And what else? Okay, yes, I think these are the last two things. So after the race, you're probably going to be pretty hungry, and most people head out to go to the barbecue. But by the time you get all your friends gathered and you take your shower and you put your sunscreen on, which actually I forgot to mention, you should bring sunscreen. I actually forgot to put it back in the bag, but I brought sunscreen as well. Really good thing to apply before and after the race. Anyways, that was just a side note. But like I said, after the race, you're gonna want to go maybe eat at the barbecue, have a burger or something that's gonna fill you because you just ran I think it's between 6 kilometers for the main race or 10 kilometers for the longer race, which is a lot. But you know, you probably won't get there right away. So what I recommend is that you bring a few snacks. So I brought almonds because that's a healthy fat. And I also brought a fruit. So at the Tamarack Ottawa race weekend, they were handing out bananas. I didn't actually eat a banana on the day of. I actually brought a peach, but that's what I ended up eating. So a healthy fruit is always a good idea. And the last two little things, gum. I never leave the house without gum, so that was good to have. And lip balm, because it's, I don't know. I'm not sure why I need a lip balm, but I just bring it everywhere as well. So that's it. That was my what's in my bag video. So this is exactly what I brought. And again, so the only things that you didn't see me take out of my bag were the running shoes, the extra pair of shoes, both things I brought, and also the sunscreen, very important. You don't want to burn. So that's it. That's all I had with me. Hey guys. Okay, so somehow I managed to cut off my video again. I don't know what I'm doing wrong, I swear. So I have to film the second part, or I guess the end of it, today. A bit unexpected, but it is what it is. So just one quick note that I wanted to mention that I did omit in my first video is that you should absolutely bring water with you. So either 1 or 2 water bottles is really important to keep yourself hydrated, or even to just wash off excess mud that you find later on. So yes, 1 or 2 water bottles, again, very important because it could be really, really hot out there. So hopefully this was useful to you and that you will be able to pack everything that you need for your race. And I'm planning on hopefully doing more videos very soon, and in hopes that that time it won't actually cut off at the end like I've been doing in the last 2 ones. And that's about it. So I'll talk to you soon, and have fun racing. Okay, bye.